So, as you might know, I run the Independence Institute, Colorado's little free market organization. Consider us a public relations firm for liberty ideas. And we don't have any money, so we came up with this project to exploit young people. We wanted to call it the Exploitation Project. Somebody said, no, call it Future Leaders, because then young people who don't know much better will actually come and do that. Two of them are with us. Ayana Thomas, thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
And Lily Valis, thank you for being here. Now, you guys spent the summer working at the Independence Institute, which was, I hear, a life-changing event. Am I right?
Yes, definitely was.
You'll get your $10. All right. First of all, let's start over here. You're from Georgia.
That's
What
correct.
brought you all the way to Colorado to spend the summer here?
So I work with a program called the State Policy Network, and the Independence Institutes was one of the options that I had. So I was like, Denver for the summer sounds great.
It wasn't coming out and working with me. It was just Denver.
Denver, yeah, that was the main draw, definitely.
Thank you. You're very good at this. It's terrific. And you grew up here.
Yes. Honestly, I'd never heard of the Independence Institute. I hate to admit it, but I studied political science, and I wanted to get more involved and get a political science internship. And this was a perfect fit once I saw everything that you guys do here.
What do you mean saw everything?
So
What did you do?
admittedly Googled political science internship, and on one of those job websites, Independence popped up, and then
So you could have just as easily been working for some George Soros
I
socialist
could have,
organization.
yeah, but then it was free market, and I was like, easy.
Really, that
We'll
easy?
apply. Yes.
All right. Now, you go back to school as well?
Yes.
In Georgia. First of all, give me culture shock living in Denver from Georgia.
Huge culture shock.
Why? What do you miss?
Sweet tea, first of all, more
Sweet
and
tea. Just
foremost.
put some sugar in your tea.
It's just not the same. It just
What a
doesn't blend
snowflake.
right.
You just put some sugar in the tea.
Oh, maybe fried chicken.
Right? Not the same.
No, it's not the same. Do love the weather though. It's not 100 degrees and pure humidity, so that's been a nice change.
All right. You grew up here. You don't care.
Yeah.
All right. What did you guys learn about politics? You're a poli-sci major, which means you should learn certain things for future in life, like saying things like, would you like fries with that?
Yes,
Because
of course.
that will be the job you get. But what did you learn looking at Colorado's political system via what we do?
Well, I am working in the Energy and Environmental Policy Department under Amy, and I had no idea about anything that goes on in the energy sphere in the state of Colorado, and I learned a lot about Xcel Energy, the regulated energy market, just monopolies, and just everything that's going on right now with the Public Utilities Commission and Xcel Energy.
And you helped us out getting rich.
Yes, and
Explain
worked with
that.
development. So learned a lot just about working with donors, building relationships, managing those relationships. A lot about the different events that the Independence Institute puts on. So it's been a really great experience in just how different Colorado is from everywhere else.
Talk to me a little bit about the political philosophy. You saw free market, you said yes. You were obviously drawn to the kind of work that we and other organizations do. Why do I have a feeling you guys are outliers for your generation? Do I get all your classmates are pretty much the same with you, that they're hardcore libertarians?
No, not at all. Not even close.
What are they?
For the most part, I go to a small private school, so it's a lot of just hardline Republicans, where libertarians are kind of more of the outlier.
Well, that's not bad.
It's at least a lot of interesting conversations.
And you go to a school very much like that mostly Republicans.
Yeah, I go to the University of Colorado at Boulder, where I am a very lonely student in the political science department.
Why does that make you lonely? Give me an example.
I don't speak a lot in class, but
Why not?
Because
I can't shut you up at work. What?
Because I don't want to be personally attacked for everything I believe in and everything I stand for as a human being.
How do you mean that? Because you're at CU. I
Yes.
survived CU. I
Yes.
know what you're talking about. But you're telling me, for somebody as opinionated as yourself, who has free market conservative ideas, you're going through a poli-sci degree,
Yes.
and you feel like you need to be quiet.
Well, I'm learning how to listen. That's the way I see it. I'm learning how to listen to other people's views and kind of pull out the flaws in their own arguments and use that in my own writing, I guess, just because I'm not going to raise my hand and personally go, I don't agree with that,
Why
because then
not?
10 other people are going to go, you're stupid and
You're bullied.
shut me down. Yeah,
So,
I don't want to be.
I guess what I'm asking is the political bullying at CU a made-up thing that conservatives go, this is, higher ed is so liberal, you're there in the middle of it. Tell me.
Yeah, I mean, I am, but I don't see myself as a victim in any way. I see it as an opportunity to.
So in order to pass your class, you just shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Hand
And
it-
honestly, with some of my papers, depending on the professor, I'm just going to write what they want to hear versus pushing my own ideas. Just because, so this upcoming semester, I'm actually taking an environmental policy class, and I have a feeling that I'm not going to necessarily agree with her on a few different things. And I would like to feel her out as a professor, like grading-wise, to see if I actually want to put those ideas into papers or just write down what she wants to hear. It's for the grade. I need the grade.
All right, by the way, that just speaks volumes of higher ed. So two different schools. All right, coming to Independence for the summer. And by the way, thank you for letting us exploit you. You're both marginal at what you do.
That's the goal.
Yeah, a little below average, but but beggars can't be choosers. What did you learn about the mixture of policy versus politics? Is there a balance that you recognize, or are you just a policy wonk?
Definitely. So what my manager always tells me is that we specialize in units of freedom. And so that means walking a very fine line about having cordial conversations while also touching the more controversial topics that with your donors. So it's always interesting where you have one donor that's like, yeah, fix the roads and everything. You have one donor that's like, no, we need to focus on education. So not so much like big politics, but just like personal politics is a huge part of that.
How many hundreds of thousands of dollars have you personally pulled in for us over this summer?
That is still to be determined.
Have you gotten us $20?
I did do a grant application for $10,000, so.
Oh, that's not
yeah,
bad.
Wasn't completely useless this summer.
Actually, you were spectacular this summer. We also spent some time. One of the things we've tried to do is to give you an opportunity to see what Colorado politics is like from different areas and a few field trips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where did they take you kids? You went to the zoo. You went to the symphony.
The aquarium.
The aquarium. Got to go to the petting farm. That was really good.
Yeah.
Where did they take you?
We went to the Capitol. We went to the Supreme Court, Colorado Supreme Court.
I mean, just to look, or did you actually talk
We
to
went.
folks?
We went for one of the
Hearings.
Yes.
There you go.
That was the proper term. We went to
What was it?
criminal court.
Yeah.
Went to
that's what it
criminal
think-
court and met some really nice guys.
Yeah.
What was that like at criminal court?
It was chaotic. I was very surprised, just about everything that's going on and the different people and everything that it's just constant. I had no idea how much actually goes on, and it was just the judge
Yeah.
just
The way that they
knocking them
handle
out.
themselves.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And you met some really classy folks who were the defendants?
Yeah,
Boyfriend material, perhaps?
maybe.
I mean, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, all right, we'll see.
Bet him a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so you got to touch a lot of different parts of the political system. But let me jump ahead, all right? We've only got about a minute and a half left, but where do you guys go from here? So you've learned some stuff here. Where is it you want to be in a few years? And do you want to be in the liberty fight, or do you want to go off and do something else?
Definitely would love to stay within the Liberty movement. Just being here has kind of reaffirmed and given me real world experience and what that means. So from here, I start a master's degree program, and I can just looking at more how can I use that, especially in the field of occupational licensing and just less regulation and how important that is.
So we helped.
Definitely helped. Yeah.
And you, where do you want to go in after all this?
After this, my views were definitely reaffirmed, kind of like Ayana was saying. I want to learn
Was
more.
it brainwashing, or was it really just reaffirmed?
It was reaffirming. It really was.
How so?
I've never been around so many people that believe a lot of the same things that I learned growing up with my family, and it was really nice and refreshing. And now I'm actually excited to go back to Boulder and see how my own actions in class are going to change. But I just want to learn as much as I possibly can about the political world and just kind of see which route I want to take. But I definitely want to be in something in politics.
And the work environment?
It was a lot of fun.
It was great.
What do you mean it was a lot of fun?
The intern room is a good place.
It's a great place.
Wait, what's great about the intern room?
It's
We put you in the dungeon.
Yeah.
There's no cubicles anymore though.
I mean, it has
That's it.
windows.
There's no
so.
cubicle, and there's what?
There are windows, so it's
There
not.
are
There are
windows.
windows,
Yeah.
yes.
And the drinking?
Oh, we don't talk about that.
We don't
Confirm
talk
nor
about
deny.
Ladies, thank you. Thank you. Listen for me on KHOW Radio. Check out the Independence Institute. Maybe you want to do this sometime. independenceinstitute.org. We'll see you next week.